Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's been a long time since I had an update, and I had basically figured out the main cause of all my issues, and I wanted to share this with you because I went to 4 different doctors and had a lot of tests and went through a lot of pain and issues, and even moved across the country because of this issue. A lot of that could have been avoided had I known what it was to begin with. So here's the deal. If you have the combination of all of these symptoms, you should seriously get an ultrasound on your gallbladder. It's not very expensive, and it's pretty straightforward. And gallstones are incredibly common. It seems like they happen to most people in their lifetime. And I had no idea that it could cause all of these issues. It's pretty crazy. So the first symptom that I experienced was blurred vision, and especially at night, which is apparently pretty common due to not absorbing vitamin A due to intestinal issues that caused by gallbladder, gallstones, and gall blockage. Constipation, painful bowel movements, bleeding bowel movements, basically a really raw, inflamed digestive system. Food intolerance, and this is kind of chronological order as to how this kind of progresses, at least for me. So food intolerance, gluten intolerance, sulfites, food allergies, sugar, starchy foods. Worst case, I can't even eat rice. I can only eat vegetables and fruit and meat. So basically no simple carbs at all. Skin inflammation, kind of blotchy red patches and such stuff like that. Chest pain and heartburn, talking like frequent heartburn. It's kind of right in your chest area, and you can have gall attacks where your heartburn basically progresses until you get a feeling of like radiating paralysis in your chest, and it's definitely one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. It happened to me twice. I could hardly breathe. I could just barely, shallow breaths, basically in the fetal position on the floor, not being able to breathe, just trying to stay conscious. And one of the times I called an ambulance afterward because I seriously thought I had a heart attack, because that's what it feels like. I almost lost consciousness because the pain was so severe, and then it just passed, and then it was fine afterward. So that's a gall attack, a gallstone attack is what happened to me. So then the other symptom, nerve pain and tingling, and then other issue is mental issues, memory, learning, thinking, attention deficit, and it's, like memories that you used to have, people's names that you used to know, you forget, and you're trying to learn something new, and you just can't absorb the information. You have to go over and over, and it's just not going in. So if you have all of these symptoms, then it's very likely that you have a gallstone problem, some partial blockage of your basically your bile duct. So what happens is that if you have gallstones that are blocking your bile duct, then you're not getting enough bile. The bile is kind of a digestive aid as well as a lubricant to your digestive system, And without it, your intestines get really raw, leads to inflamed intestines, leaky gut, and then a cascade of issues from food intolerances, food getting into your bloodstream. Your body has to clean up this mess that's now in your blood, and just a whole cascade of issues. So in my case, when my doctor reviewed my, this is a naturopathic doctor, reviewed my ultrasound, he said, hey, your gallbladder isn't beyond saving. You have stones, and what we can do to try to save it rather than just cut it out is you could take bile salts basically 3 times a day with every meal, and in about a year we'll do another ultrasound and see how it looks. For me, that's worth a shot, because if you get your gallbladder removed, you potentially have to take bile salts with every meal for the rest of your life to digest properly and avoid a lot of these same issues, because your bile is used to digest fats, and without the gallbladder to basically as a reservoir to hold some of your bile and then release it when it's needed, when you eat a fatty meal, it leads to some issues. Like 1 in 5 people have some pretty major issues from that point on after they've removed their gallbladder. About 4 out of 5 don't really even notice that it's gone. But that's a pretty high percentage of people that have issues after it's taken out. So the stuff he told me to start taking is this stuff called LV-GB complex. Costs about $1 a day. The other thing that I found was the Dr. Berg's gallbladder formula. It's very similar. It's got bile salts, but it has some other items in it that the other one does not. So I figure I would kind of alternate them. So then the other thing that stimulates your bile is beet powder, and basically beets in general. So I drink, mix this stuff up and drink every morning. And basically what happened initially when I started taking this stuff, I could feel kind of a little bit of a weird feeling in my chest a lot of times afterward, and for the first few days, and then it kind of went away. And I think that's just the stone, your bile is getting kind of pushed through, and it's kind of jangling down, you're jingling the stones around a little bit. And I'd never had an attack or anything, but I could feel it. And then that kind of went away. Then I started drinking this beet powder, and at first I only drank like a half dose of it, and I had that same feeling, that something's happening there. And then that kind of went away, and then I can drink this stuff full strength every day, and I don't feel anything. Then I tried taking this, and same thing. I had that feeling again that I hadn't had for a long time. So it seems like I think that's a good thing, that you're getting the bile flow, and that's what you need to dissolve your stones. And some people it doesn't work, and you just have to get your gallbladder removed. So it's a crapshoot. Give it a shot. So the other thing I do is first thing in the morning, I drink apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon mixed with a little bit of water. And then last thing at night, I drink this stuff. And this seems to help to get it's supposed to help to dissolve the gallstones as well, and get your your whole digestive system kind of lubricated. I was still taking some of this mega mucosa. When my intestines are a little bit inflamed, it helps to heal. And so that's it. On a personal note, I did in fact move away from Seattle and move to Salt Lake City, Utah area to get away from the mold, which I've lived in 3 different homes in the Seattle area, and I had a major issue with mold at every place. Not because it was, there's mold everywhere, obviously seen, but just that I'm incredibly sensitive to it because my bile is not flushing out my intestines, and that mold basically accumulates on the intestines and starts causing issues. It gets into your bloodstream because it's not getting washed out of your system by your bile the way it's supposed to be. So that's why I had my mold test, and my blood levels were super high. I had to do like a biannual cleaning, mold, basically cleaning protocol, because I was in a moldy environment and my body was not flushing it out. So in that respect, I feel like, definitely I'm healthier here in Utah. I don't have the mental issues that I had before, but also I'm on the right track to solving the root of the issue, which is to get this bile moving through my system. And so most of my symptoms are gone now. I still have a little bouts of blurry vision at nighttime, and it's hit and miss. Some days I need my glasses to drive, and some days I don't. My vision is perfect. It's kind of like today, I didn't need my glasses at all. And other days I really need my glasses, especially at dusk. So anyway, hope that helps some of you guys. If you had all these symptoms and you're just wondering what the heck is wrong with me, seriously look into your gallbladder. Anyway, if you have any experience on any of this stuff, let me know in the comments below. Tell me, if you were able to save your gallbladder, or if you got your gallbladder removed and all these symptoms went away, or if you just had some of the symptoms. Yeah, just let me know. Take care. Bye.